Hey everybody, good afternoon. What's going on? I hope you guys are finding a way to do well after a pretty rough game yesterday. But through that rough game that we played yesterday, there was some stuff that happened on the field that might have been even worse than the loss itself. So I do actually bring some good news here. I know I'm a little bit late. I know this stuff's been out for a couple of hours now. But going to go ahead and talk about this briefly here, and then we'll get to our regularly scheduled video posting later today, because this is obviously the thing we've been kind of waiting on. And hopefully we get a little bit more clarity later today. And if we do, I'll make a video then as well. But as of right now, the latest and greatest update from Mr. Mike Macdonald is that the Gray Zabel injury news is really positive, by which he means good. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today, get to it, and go have some fun with sports this year. All right, so yeah, that is the thing that we really needed to hear, and we're also kind of lucky we're hearing it today because I said in the video earlier today that the longer we waited for updates on Zabel's injury, the better. So getting an update the next morning and having it be positive is a good thing. All right, so we'll talk a little bit more about this real quick, though. I want to let you guys know about something. In the video this morning, I talked about a podcast I was going to appear on this afternoon. That has been moved to tomorrow. One of the hosts had a little bit of an emergency that took priority over doing the show. So it's going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. instead of today. I know that's kind of late notice. I kind of got late notice myself. So yeah, no podcast with the 12 Talk guys until tomorrow. So tune in for that Tuesday. But yeah, this is what we were waiting for. If you scroll down on the field goals article, by the way, but you can find it all over the internet. We've got a quote from Macdonald from his interview on Seattle Sports 710 this morning. I'll say it's optimistic right now, Macdonald said. Initial news is really positive, but let's get out of the fog before I start making any declarations. So it's not a guarantee yet. I'm not sitting here and telling you we have nothing to worry about now. But I do think that this is at the very least, I don't think this is going to be a prelude to a rug pull. I don't think we're going to get this update from Macdonald, and then later today we find out, oh, no, he is out for the season. That would be really weird, and it would also be really brutal. So I don't think Macdonald would do that to us. I guess Macdonald has established a little bit of a history of being positive about injury stuff, but not not excessively so. Not in a way that is like something that you feel like you can't trust as a fan. So, initial news is really positive. I'll say it's optimistic right now. That sounds to me like somebody that is going to miss a couple of games, but the fears of it being a season-ending injury, which that was definitely a fear before that game started. I'm sorry, um before this announcement came out, rather, I should say. That's pretty big because these next few games, there's an opportunity to win these games without the offense having to do all that much. If the offense can just avoid turning it over 4+ times in a game, you got the Titans with a rookie quarterback. You got the Vikings with what basically feels like a rookie quarterback. And now we've learned about, by the way, Michael Penix going to be out for probably the rest of the season. So we're getting Kirk Cousins, who can't really play football anymore. There's not a lot this offense has to do. So losing Gray Zabel for the next few games is not the end of the world. Now, there are going to be games down the line where we really need to have everything going offensively. Teams like the Colts, we're going to play the Rams again, possibly the Niners. We'll see what state the Niners are in when we play them in week 18. But it doesn't look impossible. It doesn't look like we're going to give away any games because losing Zabel's big. Losing Zabel would be very big, and it does have a very negative impact on this team for however long he's out. But these next few games are games that can be won with substandard offensive play and performance. Now, through all that, part of me still expects Zabel to miss some time. It would be very, very surprising if Zabel is just able to go out there and everything is cool next week against Tennessee. And again, it's the Titans. That's not a team you're going to be rushing Gray Zabel back out there to play, right? So I do imagine we're going to see what this team has in mind in the final drive of yesterday's game. It was Christian Haynes who actually got some reps at left guard, and it was, to my eye, not great. I think he got whipped pretty hard once or twice. But PFF, and we'll talk about this later today, Pro Football Focus didn't hate what they saw. So maybe there was something there that I just wasn't picking up on. Maybe there was some competency there that I didn't notice because I was focused on other stuff. I don't know. But he's certainly a candidate. If it's not him, you've got Cable Dew, you've got Richmond, two rookies that are probably not really ready for this. And then you got Josh Jones, who is your backup at both tackle spots. So that's kind of tough too, because you really want to preserve him to offer up some depth behind Cross and Lucas. Like, you don't want the guy who's your backup to both your tackle spots being out there at guard necessarily, but maybe they have to. There might be one or two other options out there. I don't know exactly what they would be, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. The good news is it looks like we're going to get him back sometime this year. That's all you can ask for. See you guys later. Go Hawks. More videos coming soon.